Hello, and today I'm going to be reviewing my Star Wars action figure collection, as shown. Let's start off with what's not shown. So what isn't shown on this shelf right here, this little shrine that you guys picked, is this Darth Vader action figure, and this other Darth Vader action figure, and this one his head removes to see Anakin. That's cool. So anyways, let's go through the tins. So our first one is this Sand Trooper and this Dubek. And the Dubek just goes like that with the tail. And here we have a Ronto, and and it doesn't really have the Jawa it came with. I got it from a thrift store. So basically you just move the leg, and then its head would move. I don't know why it's not doing it. And these figures right here were not in the bin. But we have Droopy McCool from Jabba's band, and then we have Han Solo and Carbonite, and there is Han Solo. And then here we have the 90s version of Hammerhead, which I think is pretty cool. Here we have the Emperor's Royal Guard, and to go with him is the Emperor. Now going to this first container is action figures. So we got R2-D2 right here. This one is 90s. Most of these are 90s. But here we have C-3PO to go with him. It's a little broken because it was like from when I was a little kid. Here we have this Yoda. I think this one's from Attack of the Clones. I have all the different versions, I think. Here we have Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. Just dropped him. It's cool. And then here we have the TIE Fighter pilot. Here we have Hoth Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back. Here we have the other Yodas. Let's do one at a time. We have the Phantom Menace Yoda. We have Empire Strikes Back Yoda. It was a little loose. Played with it when I was a little kid. And then we have Revenge of the Sith Yoda. Here we have that Jabba's droid. It's Torture Droid. Yeah, sorry, I dropped him. But, yeah, he's really cool. I think he had, like, a little, like, computer thing to, like, you know, talk about, like, the droid or whatever. Here we got this Jango Fett. Yeah, he's in terrible shape. I'm pretty sure I got him from a public pool. Like, just found him underwater and then took him. So, yeah, that's that. Here is this Lando from Return of the Jedi. And here is this Chewbacca from the 90s. I have other ones. They're just in the other containers. So. Here we have Obi-Wan. I had this one when I was a little younger, but I didn't really play with him because, yeah, I just never really liked Obi-Wan. Well, yeah. And here I have Princess Leia from, or I guess General or whatever, from Return of the Jedi, or Endor suit. This was one of my favorites as a kid. I love this action figure. Like, I didn't like old Obi-Wan, but I always liked the Clone Wars Obi-Wan because I liked the Clone Wars show. Well, actually, yeah. Right, here we have another Hoth Han Solo. I'm pretty sure I got this one from like a thrift store or something. Because I remember having two of them. Here we have Bib Fortuna from Jabba's Palace from Return of the Jedi. Here we have Leia in her Bosch disguise from Jabba's Palace in Return of the Jedi. We have Ghost Obi-Wan right here. I assume this is the Return of the Jedi version. It came with like Ghost Anakin and Ghost Yoda, but that's that. Let's see here. We have Slave Leia right here from Return of the Jedi. I never had a Jabba, so I just kind of play with him without all that. Here we have Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. See if we can find him in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. Here we have an Ewok. So yeah, that's cool. Here we have Luke Skywalker as an X-Wing pilot. I always like this one. Here we have an AT-ST driver. I never really had an AT-ST, so I always just play with him without the thing. And then here we have Yak Face, I think his name is. I don't really know his name. I don't really know much about him, so that's that. And yeah, we'll do the next box next. And this is the second bin, and yeah, so let's open this one up. Ooh, this one's full of like vintage action figures. So let's go through this one. This one I just got it at a thrift store, and it's Chewbacca, probably from Star Wars when it first came out in the 70s, 1978 action figure line maybe from Kenner. Let's see here. Oh, we have this clone trooper. I'm missing both of his hands. I don't really know why I still have him. Probably because, I don't know. Here we have this vintage biker scout from Return of the Jedi in 1983. Oh, we have another A New Hope vintage one. We have Hammerhead. Came with the original Cantina, so it's nice that I have 3 vintage figures. Here we have, what's this one? Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace. I don't really like the Phantom Menace, so I don't really have many figures of it. I got rid of a couple of my figures too, so that might be a thing. Here we have a vintage Gonk droid. I assume this is from A New Hope, so yeah, that's cool. Here we have another vintage figure. I think this is my last vintage figure. And it's a vintage AT-AT driver from Empire Strikes Back. And let's see, next up, we have Princess Leia. I think they call her Monkey Face Leia. Yeah, that's interesting name for her. Here we have Han Solo. This was my original Han Solo when I was a little kid. I liked him. Here we have the Rancor Keeper. I never really had a Rancor. In fact, those are the only 2 animals I ever really had. But yeah, that's cool. We have this R2-D2 right here. I got this when I was really young, and it makes noises. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of them because there's quite a few. Here we have a Death Star controller from A New Hope. Oh, we have another vintage figure right here. We have the Torture Droid from Return of the Jedi, so that's cool. I always enjoy these old vintage figures. They're so cool. Here we have Grand Moff Tarkin. So that's cool. This is the only Rise of Skywalker sequel trilogy figure I have. I sold all the rest and I accidentally left this one out of the bag, but this is Dio from the Rise of Skywalker, and I hated all those movies, so I never really got any of the figures for it. And I have this Chewbacca right here. I don't know what this one's from, but it might be from Solo. I don't know. Here we have a Super Battle Droid from Revenge of the Sith. So that's cool. Oh, here we have the Medal of Yavin. And then Luke can receive the medal. So that's cool how he can just have the medal and all that. That's really cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have Boba Fett from the original 90s playline, so that's cool. We have, I'm just going to do these both. We have these 2 figures from, I'm assuming the Cantina. Take his arm off. No, you can't. Okay. Because I think he loses arm in his head in the movie. I've never seen him without his head. And then here we have the Doctor of Von Zone, whatever his name is. Here we have It's a Trap at Admiral Akbar. So that's cool. Here we have a Snowtrooper from Empire Strikes Back. Here we have Return of the Jedi, Lando, from his disguise at Jabba's palace. It's cool. Here we have Nien Nunb from Return of the Jedi. And finally, we have Endor Han Solo, also from Return of the Jedi. So let's just go ahead and make that. So yeah, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, because more subscribers equals better quality videos. So I would appreciate the like, and maybe give a comment too that you enjoyed the video and that you want to see more like this. So yeah, I might do individual reviews for all these for YouTube Shorts. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.